Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you version 2 of the alternate build in the Arc-170, the 75402. I decided to refine the build quite a bit. The ATU OIC, and I'm a lot happier with it now. And I was also able to make a bunch of side builds since I realised after I finished this build, there's a lot of leftover pieces. So I'll dive into I did make a few small upgrades on this actual build. Okay, so I did kind of smooth out this kind of area. Yeah, I did a bit of green, and also I did sort out like I tried to change it from red. This bit used to be like have a dark red piece, but now it's a white piece. I just think it looks a bit better than having that red piece there. The back legs do remain the same. The front legs have been changed quite a bit. First thing, on both sides, I was able to find two of these pieces. So this prevents the legs from going too far forwards, which helps to make sure it doesn't fall down. Because the build isn't as wobbly now. And if you look over here, I say to get, because they're so wobbly, I'd say to increase the size of like the base for the feet, and add a bit of articulation for it. Yeah, so it's just so that it would actually stand up way better. And yeah, same on both sides. And yeah, the front part here, like in part one, I said I wasn't too happy with this part here, but I think I've actually got it. So yeah, the windscreen is a bit lower down. Actually, it's not loading. Actually, yeah, and also a bit further out, so it doesn't feel as high up. And and you see here, you can't really see the back of like this piece here since I kind of like covered it up. And also added some 1x4 dark red tiles to kind of smooth out the area, and it makes it look like more like a Republic vehicle. Yeah, especially like with the windscreen up. But yeah, and like in the actual part here, it did receive minimal changes. I don't think it took any, apart from the bit over here. But this time I actually did grab some weapons so I can show off like the storage. Keeping them, the set only comes to 3 clones, which means, well, clone pilots, which means you wouldn't have like as many weapons. And this the weapons are like, you get them as extra pieces. So if I just put these in here, and it's actually, it makes I think it does look really good. Like it really adds more practicality for this vehicle, because the clone pilots would want to be carrying their weapons with them. They want when they're on a vehicle, they want to keep them somewhere. And also, I did put some some tiles, not tiles, some plates here, because this bit was a bit like unstable. Also, I smoothed out like the underhang bit here. Oops, I forgot. Yeah, put a wee tile there. So if you turn it over, yeah, I did added a few more pieces just to increase the stability. And yeah, also added this inverted tile to hold it together. And that's everything that also changes I made to the main build. But that's not the end of the video. So Yeah, as I said, because there's a lot of pieces left over. Well, there's still quite a few pieces left over after this, so if I can, possibly there could be a part 3. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the side build. I was able to make 4 different side builds. So I'll go and order from my least favorite to my favorite side builds I made. So the first thing is we got in my barricade. Yeah, it's not really much. You can rotate this. Whoops, held on by only held on by 2 studs. But yeah, you can rotate it. And yeah, since I include these pieces here, it means I can actually stand on its own. But yeah, I could definitely, it's so good to have, You could have your clone troopers standing behind it. These are just some clones that I have that I grabbed for this. Yeah. Then next up, there was we got a power generator. Yeah, this thing I've also saying if it should be a hologram or a power generator. But I'd say to go for generator because if it's a hologram, I'd put blue pieces, but they don't have any. But yeah, you can see this is where the power where the power is contained. And yeah, there's a bit I'm guessing this is a bit where cool it down so it doesn't overheat. But yeah, you would need a really good power generator to power the next side build, which is actually a torrent with a little bit of terrain around. Originally, I was just going to have the torrent, but then I decided to add a bit extra, and because to hold it together, I used these tan pieces, and but then I realized that I accidentally ended up making it look like a bit of Tatooine. So you could say it's like a defensive Tatooine kind of thing. So yeah, you do have a bit of terrain over here. Yeah, I used try to use a good amount of the cheese slopes over here. And if you look over here, we do have a radar dish for a public logo, and yeah, this can rotate around. It's on a ball joint. Whoops. So once again attached by 2 studs, but you can move around, try to get better signal. And now for the torrent, I don't know how I don't know how to make a good looking torrent. It can move up and down, and it does have them 2 spring-loaded shooters on it. And yeah, I just kind of try to make as detailed as possible. I want to make sure it looks like it has a stable base to it. Yeah, you could definitely place a few clones. I'll just grab Commander Fox. Pop them in there. Okay, wait. Okay, okay. There's not this build actually doesn't really have space for minifigures. Okay, keep it on there. But then the torrent would hit him. Yeah, there's basically no space for minifigures. Unless you wanted to it's behind the train. That does it kind of cool. But yeah, this build's not really for minifigures. And last up, the best of all the side builds that I made, definitely by quite a long shot, it has to be this speeder bike. I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. This was actually the first side build I actually started making for this, and it just came out so much better than I could have imagined. So if you go up the front, we got the 2 wind vanes, which I was actually able to represent these and modify the pieces with clips. like they're not rectangular, triangular like how they're on Universe, but they still represent what you can tell what they are. So if you look back, we got like I was able to curve like smooth off the front part here with the speeder. And if you look over here, I used some blue transparent 1x1 cheese slopes to represent like maybe a control panel. Considering that I used the two control panels in the set, I think this is actually a really good alternative. And it's got and you can see how for the seat it's actually got like the half stud, half tail thing, which I was really happy to be able to include because trying to take a clone trooper out of a speeder with like only build with 4 studs a nightmare. You do have a little bit of a backrest there. And if you look at the back here, it's kind of like smoothed off. And yeah, it also got like a bit like some side parts here so that they don't just roll out. This spear really reminds you of like the ones you see in like Star Wars Rebels. Like very white. Yeah, and keep in mind everyone. I'll just take this in. All of this that you see here was made only using one copy of the 7542 Arc-170. And there's still a lot of extra leftover pieces, so maybe be able to make more. Who knows? But yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for another video. Goodbye.